Hello, everyone. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, as per your respective time zones. On behalf of entire Mastek Managed Services team, we would like to welcome you all to this 24C Benefits and Compensation Advisory webinar session. This important session is to keep you fully synchronized with the new features and functionalities as a part of this code release which Oracle provides. My name is Hardik Patel. I'm an operations manager here at Mastek Managed Services team. Today, I'm your host for this session. I'm glad to introduce my colleague, Bhavna Singh, who's part of our vast HCM team. Today, Bhavna will take you through benefits and compensation updates for 24C quarter release. Here on the screen, before we move to the agenda, you can also have a look at the disclaimer as well. We also have a panelist available, Ritik Haja. You can ask any questions through chat or question form, and she'll be able to happily answer them. Today's session is planned for around 45 to 60 minutes, and we'll also leave some time in the end to answer any questions you may have. We'd like to convey you our approach to Oracle updates in a very simple method. We'll be taking you through vital analysis for the 24C updates done by our experts, which will help you incorporating new features and updates easily into your system. We will also sync you on any bugs or known issues if there are any. It's good to have an interactive session, so as mentioned earlier, please do use question panel if you need any help. Now, this is to give you a glimpse on how we have crafted the structure of this session. The first thing what you see is a list of new features coming into 24C, detailing on features, so you got a brief understanding on what new features are all about. Next one is what are the business benefits and important takeaway for you as a decision maker. There are 4 important components where we have done in-depth analysis for the features which we're going to present to you today. The first one is impact level analysis, which demonstrate the impact on the end user. If it's a low impact, regression testing can be avoided. If it's a high impact, we need to offer regression testing. Second one, which is all are aware, there's some feature which are by default auto-enabled by Oracle, and there are some which we need to opt for. And the third one highlights the nature of the feature. There would be certain configuration which may be required and some can be used without any changes. And the very last one, which is a quick win. This term here we use to simply convey that what is ready to use by investing minimum amount of time and what requires significant amount of time and efforts to make use of this feature. With this, I'll be handing over back to my colleague, Bhavna, and she'll be taking you through today's session. Bhavna, I've just unmuted you. You can just go ahead and take the control of the screen and begin today's session. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Hardik, for the introduction. Very warm greetings of the day to everyone. Welcome to the 24C quarter updates. Oracle has released a set of impressive features and improvised previous functionalities across the modules. Myself, Bhavna Singh, and today I will talk about the new features introduced for benefits and compensation module with the 24C update. Our session extends beyond the introduction of features. We'll dive deep into a comprehensive understanding of the associated business benefits. This way, you can make decisions on integrating new features into your organizational practices. We have prepared an analysis of all the enhancements. In this 24C quarter, we have a total of 9 updates in benefits and compensation module. Primarily, these updates fall into 2 categories, quick wins and opt-in. The quick wins are easily available and opt-in requires to be enabled by Oracle. With the 24C updates, we have 9 quick win features and 0 for opt-ins. These 9 quick win features are divided further into 2 subcategories. The first one is default with no configuration, and the second is default with configuration. As the name suggests, the default with no configuration feature is ready to use without any additional setup, while default with configuration feature can be enabled based on specific business requirements. These are the new features that we will be discussing today. Quick wins, which are default and don't require any configuration. The second one being quick wins which are default but requires to be enabled. We will be discussing all the features followed by Q&A. In the meantime, if you have any queries, please drop them in the chat box and our panelists will take it up. These new features are categorized as quick win default with configuration. This implies that these features can be enabled as per requirement. Since they are quick win features, hence it requires very few steps to configure them and test them. The first feature is from the benefits module. We have only one benefits update in this 24C quarter. The feature is mutually exclusive plan rules. We can now enforce mutually exclusive plan rules in the Configure Plan Type Grouping display page. For example, your enterprise has the Healthcare FSA and Health Saving Account plan, where employee can enroll only in one of the plans at a time. They need to disenroll from one plan to enroll in the other plan. This enhancement ensures that participant can enroll in one mutually exclusive plan at a time. For the mutually exclusive plan rules to work well, all such plans must be in the same plan type grouping. This enhancement improves the self-service benefit experience. It reduces the number of fast formula that we need. The impact level for this one is low. We also require to enable this feature with additional configuration being required as well. This feature is a quick win. Here you can see we have the page for plan type grouping. We can configure mutually exclusive plan rules from here. We have also attached a few screenshots from where we are navigating to create the profile option and enabling it so that we can use this feature in our organization. The next we have compensation feature. The first feature in compensation is rates-based salary basis type introduction. We can now maintain person salary using the new rates-based salary basis type built on the Oracle Fusion Cloud Global Payroll Rates engine. We have the following 4 payroll rate definitions. These are element, derived, grade rate, and value by criteria. The element rates can accept factor or amounts that are either user entered or fixed. The progression grade ladder base rate definition derives the rate value from grades or step rates defined in the progression grade ladders. The third one, derived rates, are calculated by adding or subtracting other rates or multiplying other rates by the factor. The fourth one being value by criteria. Value by criteria rates can identify rate values based on criterias. Each rate component can be added to the overall salary or subtracted from it or be entirely independent. This feature lets you reduce the operating cost by flexibly maintaining salary in the exact way you offer. The impact level for this is low. We need to enable this feature and we do not require any configuration additionally. This feature is a quick win. Moving on to some Redwood features for the 24C. The first feature for the Redwood is currency switcher introduction in Redwood compensation page. As a line or compensation manager, we can now switch to view details in our preferred currency using the currency switcher introduced on Redwood compensation information page, personal contribution page, individual compensation, and administer compensation pages. As you can see in the below screenshot, we can see the compensation information page in the Redwood UI, wherein we can use the feature for currency switching, wherein any compensation manager or line manager can go ahead and switch their currencies. The business benefit for this feature is this enhancement improves satisfaction and increases productivity by letting line manager and compensation manager work in their local currency. The impact level for this feature is low. We need to enable this feature and we do not require any additional configuration for this feature. This feature is again a quick win. As you can see, the currency switcher isn't visible by default, but we can make it visible using business rules and express mode in the VB Studio, that is for the Redwood UI. The next compensation update is Redwood Experience for Team Compensation. This feature lets the line manager use the team compensation page, which is recreated with the Redwood toolset Visual Builder Studio. We can enable the page and section along with the Redwood experience. As you can see in the screenshot, we have the compensation page recreated in the Redwood UI, wherein we have the dashboard as well as all the details present in one single page. This page, which is recreated in Redwood, helps us in continuing our journey with Oracle Redwood Solutions. This page has a low impact level, and we have to enable this feature. The configuration, we do not require any configuration. This feature is a quick win. Moving on, the next compensation feature is filter assignments in Redwood Review Proposed Progression and Salary Updates page. We enhanced the Redwood Review Proposed Progression and Salary Updates page so that you can filter assignments. Previously, we could only search for assignments. The Updates tab has new filter chips below the search box that lets you filter by status, current grade code, and proposed rate code. And there's a button that lets you access additional features. More filters are available on the Updates tab. We can filter on status, FTE, frequency, salary basis type, current grade name, current grade code, current step. We can also filter on proposed grade name, proposed grade code, proposed step, progression date, and salary change date. In the example, you can see that we have filtered the grades based on the NURS tool. The business benefit for this feature is, with this enhancement, we can more easily find the assignments that we are looking for when reviewing proposed progression and errors. The impact level of this update is low, and we need to enable this feature. The configuration for this feature is not required, and this feature is a quick win. Now we will look into the features that are quick win and no, they do not require any configuration. This implies that these features will be automatically available without the need of any additional setup. The first feature in this category is Redwood Salary Experience for local and global transfer. This feature lets the HR and line managers use the salary section on the local and global transfer page, recreated with the Redwood toolset Visual Builder Studio. We can enable this page and section along with the Redwood experience. As you can see in the below screenshot, we have the Redwood salary page, wherein for local and global transfer. This enhancement lets us control whether to copy salary information from the source assignment or not. The impact analysis for this is low. We need not to enable this feature, and we need not to do any configuration for this feature as well. And this feature is a quick win. The next feature in this category is Redwood Individual Compensation Experience for local and global transfer. This feature lets the HR and line managers use the additional compensation section on the local and global transfer page, which is recreated with the Redwood toolset Visual Builder Studio. We can enable the page and section along with the Redwood experience. The business benefit for this is that this enhancement lets us control whether to copy additional compensation information from the source assignment. The impact level for this feature is low, and we need not to enable this feature. We also do not require any configurations for this feature, and this feature is a quick win. Moving on to the next update, we have run rates based salary job introduction. We can now create or recalculate rate component and salary details using run rates based salary process. when using the salary basis type of salary determined by rates. Salary structure changes or changes to the worker's attribute can require salary change. These tasks can detect such changes to salary and can create or modify the salary records. We have two processes, which are run rates-based salary process and review proposed salary changes and rate values. The business benefit for this feature is that this feature lets us improve efficiency by automatically creating or correcting salaries without manual intervention. The impact level for this feature is low, and we do not require any configuration or enablement for this feature to be visible in the system. And again, this feature is a quick win. This is the screenshot for the run rates based salary process page, wherein we can add the process name, process mode, and effective date, and also we can submit this process. Moving on to the last feature for the benefits and compensation 24C updates, this is the payroll dimension in individual compensation real time. We can now report on payroll attributes with the addition of the worker payroll dimension in the compensation individual compensation real time subject area. This feature is a reporting feature. This addition helps you to report on payroll details such as worker's payroll name, frequency, start and end date. Reporting on worker payroll details in individual compensation subject area. The business benefit for this is we can now do reporting on worker payroll details in individual compensation subject area. This feature has a very low impact level and we do not require to enable this feature or we do not even require to configure this feature. This is again a quick win feature. With this, we come to an end of our 24C upgrades for benefits and compensation. I request Hardik to take over from here. Thank you and have a nice day.
So thank you for the wonderful insights, Bhavana. Thank you once again. So can we check if you have any questions there, Ritika, in the chat or question panel?
We don't have any questions currently.
No, that's absolutely fine. So if you do have any questions, you can connect to the respective row service manager or the support manager at a later stage, and we'll make sure that we answer any questions you may have. So meanwhile, we'd like to keep you posted that we'll be sending you by this weekend, we'll be sending you, or max probably by Monday or Tuesday, we'll be sending you an email wherein with a single click, all the content, including today's recording and presentation PDF of today's content which you've seen will be available at a single click, and along with the test scripts as well of this particular session. So please do look out for an email. And before you all leave us, we'd like to have a quick feedback on the scale of 1 to 5, where the experience in today's session, please. So if you can please help us giving us this feedback, it will help us improve moving forward. Thank you once again. We'll be closing the poll. Thank you for your feedback. So this is about it from our end. Please look out for an email from the marketing team. And once again, we'd like to thank you everyone for today's valuable time. And we'll be closing the session now. Thank you once again. Thank you.